A friend. A person with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. A best friend. The closest person with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. An imaginary friend. A person with whom one has a bond of mutual affection outside of an external physical reality.
You know that's bad for you.
Thomas.
Do you think you've made progress here, John?
Isn't that your job to know if I have or not?
Not until you tell me you think you have. Do you not feel any different since starting these sessions? How's Thomas? I'll be writing your progress review soon, John. I'm going to have to tell them something.
How many more of these do I have to attend?
As many as is needed, John. Maybe if we moved on to the topic more directly. Has Thomas ever told you to do things? Perform certain actions?
What kind of actions?
How about a negative action?
Well, that depends on what reaction the action in question causes.
When did you first become friends with Thomas?
I can't remember.
Was it a long time ago? And what about other friends? Do you have any other friends?
No.
Why not? Do you see Thomas more as a brother?
I don't want us to be friends anymore.
Who?
People.
How can you tell?
Just the way they talk to me when they find out about you.
Do you remember our childhood, John?
Some of it.
Do you remember when we were 8? When you threw that bottle at Johnny Knott?
You told me not to do it.
I was always your voice of reason. Do you remember the adventures we used to have? Trips to the zoo? Family vacations? Favourite character was always the fireman.
But none of that was real. I used to pretend to go to the zoo and visit the animals. We weren't looking in, rather looking out. We were the animals.
Have you ever met anyone like me?
Once, yes.
Did I have someone like Thomas?
Yes, she did. And like you, she regarded them as more like a sibling. It's more frequent than you think in an only child.
So, did you fix her?
Yes, I did help her.
And are you going to fix me?
Help? Yes, I hope so, John.
Do you remember our childhood? Do you remember how we got here?
I remember the fun parts.
You're gonna keep me in here forever. I can tell.
So what? Just like old times, eh?
But I'm only in here because of you.
We're all like family. I'm your voice of reason, you need me!
You're such a good voice of reason. How come we ended up here?
That wasn't my fault. I wasn't even there.
Exactly! You weren't there. You weren't fucking there. You abandoned me and my family for the second time. You left me with nothing! Ugh! Thomas? Thomas? Thomas!
How long since you last talked to Thomas?
About a month, I guess.
So he doesn't talk to you anymore? Do you want to see him again?
I have to keep coming back to these sessions. Or worse. They'll keep me in here forever.
I guess we're all forced to lose contact with something. A friend. A brother. A memory.
I think we're done here then, John. I just need to ask you before you go. Are you comfortable here?
It's a bit noisy.
Noisy? How so?
My parents are just always arguing.
Your parents? Do you still hear more voices, John?